Okay, so how to build a lively speaking class. With me, Suhendra. I'm from Ultimate Course. You can check our Instagram at ultimate.course. Okay, let's just get started with my short introduction or brief introduction. So yeah, when you see the screen and see my educational background, you might be wondering. So, well, basically, I didn't graduate from English major or things related like that, yeah. But instead, I graduated from chemical engineering from Universitas Indonesia in 2011. And here are some of my working and teaching experiences. So actually, I had worked as a junior project engineer at PT Air Liquide Indonesia. Actually, Air Liquide is a multinational company, belongs to France, and I continued my career as a well construction supervisor trainee at Total ENP in Indonesia. It actually also belongs to France. I don't know. It's like yeah, it's I'm destined to French company. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, and then still in the oil and gas field, I was working as field supervisor at PT Intermega Sabaku Indonesia. In this occasion, I worked in Papua back then, especially in Salawati Island. If you know Raja Ampat, then you know Salawati, because actually Salawati is in the same island, if I'm not mistaken, with the Raja Ampat. And after having been through such bumpy roads, yeah, a long journey, finally I decided to devote myself to educational field, especially English. So I decided to teach in some educational institutions like Ruang Guru, Kumon, and finally in 2020, at the beginning of pandemic, so I with Uncle is here, we found Ultimate Course. So this is my life motto. If you can't stand the fatigue of study, you will feel the poignant of stupidity. This is my life motto. This is my compass to bring me to my life goal. So I think that life is about learning. Life is endless learning. So this is from Imam Shafi'i, one of my inspirations. Okay, so hopefully that after explaining my background, so there will be no question why I devote myself to educational in a field. And then next question, why English? So basically, there are two kinds of factors. The first one is internal factor. Well, actually, teaching is my true call, as I told you earlier, and English is my passion. So I started learning English since elementary school, and it was also supported by getting the international exposure when I worked in some multinational companies. So there I did realize that wherever I am, where wherever I am, whatever I am, I need English. So it means that English is highly demanding. Therefore, I think, yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I built Ultimate Course. And also, let's talk about the external factor. The first external factor is demand. As I told you earlier, that English is highly demanding. There has been a dramatic rise of demand in English for last decade. We can feel that because we can feel that nowadays the world is like borderless, so that it is easier for us to communicate to other people in the part of other world. I mean, in other part of the world. So English is positioned as the language of world citizens. And there, I found also one of the main constraints. Even though English is highly demanding, unfortunately, Indonesia is ranked 80th out of 112 countries based on English first EPI 2021. EPI is English Proficiency Index. So it means that Indonesia is still in the low level of proficiency in terms of the English English skill. So it's such a bad news for us. And what do we do? And then I also can see an opportunity. So if you have heard about demographic bonus, so yeah, let's talk about the EPI. So I'm going to show you. This is the newest report of EPI, sorry. So we can see here, Indonesia here, yeah, Indonesia here, low proficiency. Indonesia is here. So as an educator, I was brought to contribute more to Indonesian educational development. So that's one of the reasons. And also about the demographic bonus, I got some news from Jakarta Globe here. We can see here the number of people between 15 and 60 years old, the working age group was more than 190 million, or approximately 71% of its total population in 2020. We can imagine that it is just about the time that we can harvest our success in the future. So what thing that is urgently needed in preparing this demographic bonus? The answer is education. That's why this is my answer why I finally decided to devote myself in educational field, especially in English. Okay. I think that's all about myself. I don't want to go further for that. Okay, let's talk about the table of content. So today I'm gonna talk about 4 things. The first thing is about the general obstacles in building lively speaking class, or in general a speaking class, and there will be a some general strategies as the solution to this problem. And also I'm gonna share, well, this is not a science, this could be not a scientific presentation, because I don't recite from the scientific journal or things like that. Instead, this is mostly based on my experience, and but hopefully that you can this is applicable. Well, I do realize that I know nothing but a little knowledge to share here, but as per my value, I think that sharing is not about quantity, it is about the value itself. So hopefully that by sharing we can engage each other, and we can grow together to harvest the demographic bonus in Indonesia. Okay, this is okay. The next one is about the activity selection. So this is also crucial when it comes to speaking class. What kinds of activities that are fun, like Mr. Spencer presented earlier. So we are going to talk about that. So yes, this is quite overlapped, yeah, beririsan with the Spencer's presentation. Okay, and there will be door prize, don't worry. From Ultimate Course, 2 lucky participants are eligible for OVO each 50K rupiah. So please stay tuned and please watch these materials. Then hopefully that you will be able to answer my questions. Okay. My first question, what are the major obstacles to building a speaking class? Okay, so to answer this, I'm gonna share you the link. Yeah, I'm gonna share you the link in the chat box. Have you ever used Padlet, Bapak and Ibu? You know Padlet?
Yeah, we have.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you can click the link and share your thought there. Okay. What are the major obstacles to building a speaking class based on your experience, or probably based on your research? Okay, let's see. Okay, please, Bapak and Ibu. Or if it is difficult for you to access, just drop your message to our chat room. Just simply to, okay, confidence. This is, the first one is confidence. Okay, who else? I'm still waiting. Vocabularies, motivation. Okay, great. Okay. Willingness, lack of vocabularies, mental blocking. Wow, that's great. Students said it's simply speechless. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's interesting. Fear to speak. Okay, learners are shy. Okay. So who want to share orally about these obstacles? Who want to share? Please. Probably Bu
Yes,
Mufida.
sir.
Say, please, of course.
Miss Mafida, please.
Bu Mufida or Bu Nina? It's okay.
Bu Nina first.
Okay, Bu Nina,
Okay.
please. Okay, what do you think, Bu
Okay.
Nina? What are some major constraints or obstacles or problems that you've been encountering in speaking class?
Yeah, from my experience, it's the most, I think the most important one is that my students are apprehensive. They fear of making mistakes because they're afraid that people will laugh at them because they make these mistakes. They will sound awkward and clumsy, and sometimes like Sunlis, like Sundanese English, or their mother tongue will influence they speak, so they feel shy and they restrain themselves from speaking. That's the main obstacle. So it's difficult to encourage them when they have this kind of feelings.
Okay, great. Couldn't agree more, yeah, Bu Nina, yeah. I've also experienced that kind of thing, yeah, in my class. Okay, another participant, please share your thought. What kinds of other? Okay, Bu Ririn.
Okay, I'm sorry. First, I have to turn off the camera.
It's
I thought the
okay.
connection is not really okay here.
Okay, so what do you think?
Especially in my class, because I have been through so many classes before. The most two common thing that can be a problem for my students is the first one, like what Ibu Nina said, they're afraid to make mistake. That is the first one, and the second one is they're not really common with what we say to them. So it's just like they're not used to English itself because of their school not provided well for them. I think that's all. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bu Ririn. That's great. What else? One more participant. I give you one more chance. Okay, Pak Frinandi.
Thank you. I think one of the obstacles, another obstacle is that they have a lack of vocabulary. So they want to say something, but they don't know how to say it.
Okay, lack of vocabulary. So it is difficult for them to express words in English, right? Okay, so that's one of the common things. Okay, thank you so much for the participants answering my questions. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, talking about major obstacles, based on my observation, actually, some of them are overlapped with your answers, yeah, or similar. The first thing is lack of confidence. I found that a lot of participants don't have the courage, or we can say confidence. Their confidence level tend to be low. I'm not really sure. Probably because the first one is about the motivation or about the supportive environment that they don't belong to. So sometimes it is difficult for us to find a supportive environment also. So this is actually intercorrelating with the confidence itself. And then teacher and student gap. Okay, based on my observation and my experience in my class, teacher is not teacher anymore. It means that being a teacher is not always be a teacher. I mean, it's more about being a learning partner. Being a learning partner means that there is no gap, as if we are in the same level with our students or participants, so that there will be no hesitation, there will be no awkward moment, there will be no hesitation for them to express themselves. So there will be comfort, there will be convenience in the class, so that it will be easier for them to express themselves, to speak, because the first goal of the class is to let them to dare to speak. So that's the point. So by eliminating the gap between the teacher and student, will lead to the convenience to the students. And also the third one, from my observation, is obsolete materials. Sometimes as a teacher, as an educator, we are too reluctant or we are too lazy to update the materials. Can you relate this? Sometimes a bunch of work we need to do, and then okay, come on, udah pakai yang ini aja, udah bisa itu bisa, udah it's like autopilot. We don't even like update and also develop the materials to be more engaged or to be more up to date, so that it will easily relate to the Generation Z, for example. And we still use the Cambridge book, the old Cambridge book, for example. So it is printed, it was printed in 1980s something, even I was not born in that year, so that yeah, it's obviously obsolete. So please update our materials. And also the difficulty in making class more interactive. Again, probably age matters. Sometimes, no offense, I mean, for some older people, it is difficult for them to catch up with the technology. Sometimes being a tech savvy is I mean, needs more effort for older teachers, right? So that this is the one of the difficulties that is encountered by the teachers, especially the older teachers. Okay, and then afraid of being judged by classmates. This is what Bu Nina said previously. Probably our accent is kind of weird to sound, yeah, to hear, like Sundalish or Sunda English or Batak English or any kind of ethnic English, yeah, or local English, or even in Indonesian English, yeah. So yeah, that's okay, yeah. So actually this is one of the major obstacles that I found so far. And also grammar polish. Realize or not, I've been taught and I've been raised in a curriculum that focuses only in a grammar. When I was at school, I was taught only about grammar, so that but I've been becoming a grammar police when I listen to my friends talking that he or she is doing the wrong grammar rules, and then hey, that's not that way. So that it can be our obstacle and also our mind block, so that it makes the students reluctant to express themselves due to the they are afraid of making mistakes in terms of grammar, and also lack of constructive feedback. Sometimes as teachers also we just omit the feedback session and also the reflection session, but this is really crucial for them. Giving feedback can be both negative and also positive. If I'm not mistaken, there is a terminology, a sandwich feedback. So it is imperative for us to, as a teacher, to give the students positive and also the negative. The positive one can be their motivation to be better and better in the future, while the negative one, just say not the negative, yeah, the things that they should work on to or to improve. So that they realize in what points or in what side they need to improve. So please give the constructive feedback. How to give it? So we are going to discuss it later on. Okay, so what are the general strategies to building a speaking class? So again, I'm gonna give you the link for the Padlet to share your thought, yeah, so that we can learn each other here. Okay. Please check the chat box and please share your thought. So how to eliminate, how to overcome, how to deal with the obstacles that you've been encountering in speaking class. Anyone, please? Start with listening input. Okay, interesting. Who else? Creating a safe environment in the classroom where nobody feels judged. Great. Doing ice breaking. Wow, this is great. Yeah, guessing games. Fun. Sounds fun. The discipline and commitment of the teacher to speak English. Wow, this is also a great point, because sometimes the teachers themselves, they are not confident. Even the teacher themselves not confident to speak English at class. Yeah, so come on, teachers. This is, a great student comes from a great teacher. So start from ourselves. That's why I think it is imperative for us to find such community like Kelas Kreatif to keep the motivation, to keep the spirit to speak English. Okay. Okay. Who else? More repetition and more examples. Great. By showing them how to create a sentence. Which one? Starting from Indonesian. Okay. What else? Create debate. Yeah. Debating session. Wow. This is one of the lively ways, yeah, to make the class interactive. Provide interesting pictures to talk about. Okay. Like describing pictures probably. Yeah. Okay, make students comfortable first by not underestimating themselves. Okay, who wants to talk? Okay, who wants to share again? Who wants to explain a little bit about the strategies that you've been encountering? You've been using so far. Anyone, please? Bu Nina again, or Pak Frinandi again? Bu Mufidah, probably, or Bu Ririn again? Okay, Pak Frinandi, please.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can start the speaking session by first starting from the easy level, by giving them the examples of sentences that they can use, and then we try to explain that the meaning in our source language. And then after they understand the meaning, we can try to play how that sentence pronounced in English by providing the audio from the native speaker recording. Yeah. Okay. And then after that, we can try to give them. I agree with one of the teachers writing in that what is that, Padlet, yeah, because we really do need repetitions so that they can be familiar with the sentences, and they can also build their confidence by repeating the sentences. Thank you.
Okay, great. That's a really comprehensive answer. Thank you so much, Pak Frinandi. Who else? Who else?
May I?
Bu Nina? Yes, please, Bu Nina, of course.
Okay, I think my my effort is first to build the environment by getting to know students, building a rapport, being student and teachers. So we get to know each student, like asking them by their first names, asking them about their family, so they feel that they are in a family, they are being known, being recognized. Yes, so they will feel safe in the classroom. And later on, hopefully, and I try to speak English even though I make mistakes, to show them that it's okay to make mistakes.
Exactly.
Sorry guys, I'm not a native speaker, so I make mistakes, so they know that it's okay. I think they will encourage them to, okay, it's okay to speak up, hopefully.
Wow, what a great point. It's really bold, yeah, Bu Nina. I do agree with you. Sometimes making mistakes is like what we call it, yeah, an aib, yeah, in bahasa, yeah. It's like a shameful thing, yeah, for us. But we can give another perspective to our students that there is a terminology called developmental error. So by making mistakes that you grow, by making mistakes you are developing. So that's the key. Okay, so just make more mistakes. I mean, I always give the value by saying this. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. The more you speak, the more you make mistakes. But the more you make mistakes, the more you learn. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. So that's the value that I always remind my participants in my class. Thank you so much, Bu Nina. So thank you so much, Bu Nina, and also Pak Bu Irma. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Eddie. Yeah, I want to share my experience that I have done in this semester. I think the most successful that I ever done. Yeah, I asked my student to imagine something, but before I give them the topic, I give some question. So at the time, the topic is about adventure. So I asked them to imagine. I make some question. I asked them, if you are lost in the mountain for 3 days, what will you do? So and then I give them some question, and then the answer that they have given to me make me terpesona. Yes, so amazing. I couldn't believe that they can so many opinion that they give to me because of the learning home learning now. So I asked them to record their video, and then they give me, I asked them just 2 minutes to answer all my question. I give them 5 question, but many students to record their video more than 5 minutes. So very interesting. So I'm really yes, I'm so happy. And then when I give them the feedback, so imagine make your imagination create your creativity. Yeah,
Of
I
course.
say to them.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Bu Irma, for
Yes, I
your
just share
great
my
experience.
experience.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. Wow. So hopefully that other teachers here, other participants here can also apply what Bu Irma did. Yeah. So she found that it was successful. Yeah, Bu Irma. So that we can give like a question or some imagination, something that needs our creativity and imagination that drive the student to give the unexpected answers, and also they are getting excited with the questions. Wow, that's great, Bu Irma. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on. Due to time limit, actually, I wish, yes. Okay, so here are general strategies from myself, and yeah, based on my experience. The first one is create convenience at class to ignite confidence. As Bu Nina said previously, that we need to make a rapport with the students so that they feel at home, so that they feel convenient at the class, and then it will be easier for them to express themselves. And also, again, teacher is not a teacher. It means that being a learning partner is really highly recommended from me, because by being a learning partner, so that we are not perfect at all. We do also mistakes, but don't be afraid of making mistakes, so that we are learning together here. I'm just your facilitator, so that I'm just your friend. Come on, you can ask me anything, and I can ask you. You can learn from me, and I can learn from you also. And also, again, up to date and engaging materials. Please, Bapak and Ibu, please try to keep updating. For example, in terms of the discussion, if you want to have a discussion activity, just relate to the recent update discussion topic. For example, what has just happened yesterday was the earthquake, for example, or the eruption of Semeru, for example, it will be engaging for the students. And also use interactive and various activities. Interactive tools like digital learning tools, okay, like visual aid making, for example, slides you can use Genially like I'm using now, and Nearpod, Prezi, Slides Go, and I'm pretty sure that you've been experienced in this more than me. And then in terms of making games and quiz, you can use WordWall, Kahoot, and also quizzes, for example. Okay, you can make you can utilize some digital learning tools to make it more interactive and avoid the boring class. Okay, and then don't you focus about grammar. Grammar is important, yes, I do agree with that, but grammar is not the only element in speaking, okay, that is necessary to be assessed. Grammar is just the supporting element in speaking, because English is not our first language. Yeah, so by focusing only on grammar, I'm afraid that the students will be afraid of speaking too much, yeah, at class. Learning from mistakes, like we've already discussed previously, and give feedback. The feedback itself could be both content and performance. The content itself is out of the language field, yeah. For example, when we are discussing about the Semeru, the coherence and the cohesions of their speaking, you can assess nyambung nggak sih? Can they build such a good flow when they deliver their ideas or opinions? What about the ideas construction? So this is about the content. About the performance, we can assess them based on the lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, pronunciation, yeah, so that you can give them the the collective feedback, yeah, by not mentioning their name, because sometimes mentioning students name in front of the class is intimidating sometimes. Yeah, you can just mention the mistakes that they've already made, and you can discuss it with your students, with one is which one is the correct one. Okay. Okay, next. Wow, I'm running out of the time. It's only 40 minutes anyway. Let's talk about the class staging. Actually, what Pak Frinandi said previously is overlapped with this one. So how to build the class stage is a really, really essential thing that we need to be concerned about when making or creating speaking class. The first one is context establishment. So like Bu Irma said previously, by giving them questions, imagine that you are trapped in a desert, or you are trapped in a mountain for some days. What will you do? What would you do? So this is the context establishment. So we can give pictures, videos, stories, games, or we can say ice-breaking games, yeah, or other stimulant tools. For me, myself, I usually use picture by asking them question, yeah, before I go further into the main session of the speaking activity itself. And then the preparation stage is also important. Wow. In this stage, you need to enrich the vocabulary of the student, and also there will be a pronunciation drilling by modeling the correct pronunciation, and also the speaking activity itself, discussion, presentation, debate, and so on and so on, and also give the feedback and reflection session. Okay. Okay, this is the example of the feedback form that I usually give to my students or my participants at class. So I start with pronunciation, grammatical range and accuracy, lexical resource of vocabulary, and also delivery and content. So language, 3 elements, and also the content, the performance, and also the content itself. Okay, we are running out right now. Okay, this is the activity selection. Okay, level adjustment is required in selecting the activities. You can refer to.
Apa Edi?
Yeah, I was
I'm
still.
in the middle of my talk.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such an unfortunate. I'm
Okay.
really sorry.
Very
The 40
quick.
minutes. I know that. I think 40 minutes never enough to talk about a lot of things.
Workshop probably.
We need more
It is
time.
not
We
enough.
need more time.
It's kind of
We need more
short, I
time, so it's
guess.
kind of
Yeah.
short, yeah.
time, 42.
Gamenya belum semuanya, Pak.
Time, Pak.
All right, so this,
Batch to place.
yes, this is
Batch
what
to
is
play.
very
Oh, ya
interesting.
Allah.
This is what a very interesting because yes, agreed with that because later on, please don't forget to always join and come back with all Kelas Kreatif event. This is always be
Of
very fun and
course.
very interesting. Okay, so again, really
Definitely.
sorry for the times because yes, there's the time, right? It's always ticking on, and then yeah, I believe that everybody enjoying all the times in the breakout rooms. So again, welcome back, everybody. So I know that 40 minutes is not enough, and but I'm sure that after the 40 minutes, we have something new to be explored. Maybe I want to take one or two experience from the breakout room sessions. I will just randomly. It seems like Pa Ismayanto or Uncle Isis. You look very enjoying all the moment, Pa. So
Thank you so much.
share your experience in the breakout room.
Okay, yeah. I was in a breakout room number 3, and it's
Yes.
about speaking something. And
Mhm.
yeah, I also teach speaking, so I think it is very, very interesting insight, yeah, from the speaker.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of obstacles that we face when
Agreed.
we are teaching, and sometimes it's not easy for us to handle this kind of problem.
Yeah, agree.
So by in that breaking room, there was a discussion, yeah, between the
Yes.
speaker and also our peers, the other teachers, and I think there are it's very, very new experience for me to get
Okay, Pa.
some feedback from the other. Thank you so much.
Very
Pak.
good. Thank you very much, Bapak. Thank you very much. Maybe one more, very brief and very quick. Let me go to Ibu Irma Wani, I think.
Personality.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We are
Ibu
same.
Irma.
I'm same with Ismanto class from class.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then. Sorry,
Okay.
Ibu. Maybe I will go to different rooms.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much.
Please.
Ibu Yusniawati, I think. Ibu, you really want to say something? Hello, Ibu Yusni? No.
Okay.
Okay, there, Ibu.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
thank you for the chance given to me.
Yes.
Well, I've been in break room 5 just now. We have a topic about how to give scores in a game.
Yes.
We as the teacher just how to give the score, only just give 100 the scores. Yeah. Example. Okay, 100 for group A,
Interesting.
100
Yes.
for group B. That's what I have done before. But Pak Sani have showed us that there are many variations in giving scores in a game. More fun, so like sticking
Okay.
Paper.
Okay, Ibu. Yes. I think. Hello, Ibu. I think there is a little problem with the connections. Hello, Ibu. Yeah, I think there's a problem.
Smearing the powder on the face, or maybe a paint. Feel more happy too.
Yes.
And also
Thank you.
before that.
Hello, Ibu. Yeah, it's a bit laggy actually. Thank you very much, Ibu Yusni Walti, for sharing. All right. As also Ibu Lilia and Ibu Meli who sharing their experience in the chat box. And I believe that every rooms bring a new insights. So that's what I believe. All right. So thank you very much again to all 8 breakout room speakers. High appreciations for all the speakers. And then, of course, also thank you very much for all the participants who are already joining us here in the very first conference about English teaching. Before I end up this talk, I would also to remind everyone here, if you wish to have a certificate, you also can fill the link that's shared in the chat box. And also, if you want to get the door prize, don't forget to go to the Instagram and then type looking for Kelas Kreatif Indonesia, and then looking for these posters. There's also the main posters, and then the every speaker posters. Choose any one of them, and then give the best of the best comments, and then our team will select the best comment to get our door prize. And before that, before I closed it, please give reactions if you agree with me that today is astonishing, is amazing. Yes, thank you very much. Then if you wish to have another amazing and interesting activity, Kelas Kreatif also have what we call as Kakak Edu Lead, right? Kakak Edu Lead is also part of the Kelas Kreatif that provides a training for schools about communications, about teaching. So further, if Bapak Ibu want to know more about Kakak Edu, okay, Kakak Edu Lead. Okay, so Kakak Edu Lead is the program that we have in Kakak Edu Lead is a public speaking training, English training, teacher development workshop, interpersonal and communication training, team building and leadership for students and educators. So please inform us, because will be very pleasure to take part on your school or office developments. All right, and previous activity, the latest activity we done in one of the school in Bekasi. So if you want to check what kind of activity we have in the Bekasi, again, please go to our Instagram. So I think that will be a wrap for today. Again, thank you very much for the amazing participations. Again, amazing reactions for all the 8 breakout room speakers. Thank you, Pak Dadan. Thank you, Kelas Kreatif. See you again in 2022. And please embrace the New Year's with the new happiness. Thank you very much.
See you next year, everyone.
Thank you, Kelas Kreatif.
Thank you, all speakers.
Thank
you, Bu Nina. Thank you, Bu Thank you, Pak Sandi.
Sandy, thank you everyone
Thank you, Pak Edi.
who has participated in this event.
Thank you semuanya, Pak Dadan.
Thank you semuanya.
Assalamualaikum.
Hatur nuhun sadayana.
Sami-sami, everyone.
This music is so cool.
Everyone.
See you in 2022 ya.
Hatur nuhun Mas Dani.
Ya,
Ya laguna Sunda pisan men enakeun.
Kedahaya tuh, kedahaya bahasa Sunda tuh.
Yes. Kayak kelas bahasa Sundanya punya.
Bapak Ibu pada living.
Ya, Bu Hapsari terima kasih, Bu Irma, Bu Hesti, Pak Sandi, Bu Nina.
Ya, thank you very much.
Bu Yuke ada yang request 2 jam sesi dengan Bu Yuke. Siap-siap ya.
Request seminggu 3 kali.
Patris, thank you Patris.
Mana Patris ini masih ada, Patris enggak? Terima kasih Bapak Ibu, selamat menikmati liburannya.
Banget ininya musiknya, sedih banget.
Seminggu 3 kali masing-masing 2 jam.
Ya, terima kasih Bapak Ibu, sampai bertemu di WhatsApp.
It's time Pak Dadan.
Ya, terima kasih, bye bye. Pak Edi, terima kasih. Bapak Ibu Narsum, terima kasih.
Pak Edi, thank you.
Thank you Bu Irma, Pak Dadan. Assalamualaikum semuanya.
Kita tutup ya.
Oh.